Welcome back to another episode of the DPCast. I am Paul.
And I'm Dan.
And this is episode 2. And so Dan,
Yeah.
how's your days been?
Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. I had a little rehearsal and for Ghost Train, which I'm performing in April. So that was good fun. Right. Yeah.
What's that all about, Dan?
It's about it's in the 1920s, something like that, and it's about a bunch of people who are stranded in a waiting room of a train station somewhere in Cornwall, and they have to stay there all night because there's no trains during the night. But there's this superstitious old station master, moi, who has to talk a lot like this. That's a crap accent. He used to talk like this. You see, he's Cornish. And he's going to come along. You can't be going there. Don't go looking at the ghost train. You'll die, and all that. So basically, and they start getting terrorized by weird goings-ons, and the plot thickens as the show goes on. So yeah.
I wish I could say my day's been somewhere similar, but genuinely, me and Dan, you'll further know over the period of week that we give you a podcast, me and Dan work together in a real-life scenario. He works in a different lodge to me. We work in a very wide-resourced hotel chain. And we
just gave the hint away together, didn't you?
And we work at night shifts together. We have a good laugh at night shift, but in Dan's case, he works a lot of concerts and all that, and in between the weeks, where I basically just sleep my bollocks away and then wake up and then go back to work.
I have given you the offer. If you want to do it, then you're more than welcome to. So
yes, freaking what? I'm still one of these days, guys. You get enough. You get enough likes and all that onto these videos and enough support. One of these Christmases, I will do it with Dan. Yeah. He does a lot of pantos over Christmas, and we will record it. We'll have it all pre-sorted, and we'll do one. And you'll have L Paul with Dan doing a panto of some sort. Yeah. Now, You will notice over the period of time too. Me and Dan do voices. You will see them over the next couple of podcasts. We do a variety of voices. I have a funny feeling like Annie might pop in once or twice. You know what I mean? Because me and Dan do these kind of voices.
Sometimes still come in, this is just rude. I wasn't my best Stallone impression. You caught me off guard.
It was okay, but
there we go. We're back to Stallone.
Expect them to be popping in and out of the podcast over a period of time with us, because we love the concept of the way we do a multiple amount of voices. So I think do expect
Paul,
them.
Boyle, it works more on the impersonations of people, and I think I do kind of more accents and stuff. So you've got more on the nail, whereas I can do accents better. And like the Northern Russian, I like the comic books. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Because where I do Arnold Schwarzenegger, Yoda, Mickey Mouse, Elmo, I do a lot of voices. Just don't realize I do them until the point. How can I forget? Chris Watkins is that all I need to do is go high and then go low, and then that's how he talks, and that's how he is. So yeah, you got, when it comes down to it, me and Dan will be doing a lot of these kind of voices. Anywho's, to go further down that rabbit hole, let's get into the podcast. We got a hypothetical question of the week, and this one is going to be: if Jurassic Park were real, would you visit?
Oh, that's a good one. If Jurassic, it depends. Is it the one in the first film or the one in Jurassic? Or would it be Jurassic World?
Dan, I'm going to leave this one to your wide resource of the full 4 movies.
4? I forgot there's 4. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the third one, isn't it? I think a lot of people decide to ignore that one.
Right. Yep. It's an absolute turd of a movie.
It was all right as a film, but I don't know. It wasn't up there with the other 3. I got to say, Lost World. I enjoyed that one. That was good.
That's number 2, isn't it? That's the one where they go into the city, doesn't it? At the very end, the T-Rex.
That's the one, indeed, sir. Yes.
I thought as much, because they're trying to make a Jurassic Park in that kind of schematic as well, aren't they?
Are they? I remember there was there was words of it because you're quite right, because I think before Jurassic World came out, they were toying with that idea as a plot line where it goes into a city or something like that, and there's dinosaurs running loose in the city. Yeah, but I'm glad they went with the Jurassic World, keep it on the island. It was good. So.
But at the very end, it does roam around the city, isn't it? Because they tranquilized the baby and the main T-Rex.
Yeah.
And they were transporting it to the new place, but the boat ended up being.
Oh, you're talking about Lost World, you?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the end of Jurassic World, the fourth
Jurassic
one.
World. That's
the new one.
Fourth one. Yeah, the new one. The name's so confusing some occasions.
Yeah.
But in the full limelight of it all, which one would you visit?
I would go to the first one because, even though it goes tits up, I get the feeling that for me the first one has got much more of an atmosphere to it, whereas the Jurassic World. It's very. I know it's meant to be theme park themed, but it feels very theme parky. It doesn't feel like where dinosaurs should be, Whereas the first one, you're going around in a jeep on a track, no less, but it feels like, ooh, dinosaurs are going to pop out somewhere. It's like, ooh, yeah, and I'm in a jeep, or one of those bloody cars or whatever. It's got the the jungle feel to it. Whereas it was a very theme. It was like Alton Towers with dinosaurs. The fourth one, it's like, and you go around in what's the name of those the ball things they go around in?
I think it's astropheres, but don't hold me to that word.
Yeah. The bloody hamster balls they go around the park in. It's like,
okay, yeah, I can see where you're going on this, right? To me, if I went to number one and I paid a lot of money and then not seeing a jack shit, because you got to realize something, all right? In a movie scenario. Yeah, they've seen stuff, but only in a dangerous scenario that occurred due to the park failing in most brackets.
Yeah. Well, just go up to the fence and go, yeah, dino. Gucci.
But you know yourself, right? To go to that kind of style park, it cost you in the thousands. Yeah. I mean, you'd really have to be in the top 1% of people to, really get that. To go to these environments anyways. So if I went to Jurassic Park 1 and I'd been pissed to see nothing, I would have seen it had been a waste of money. Now, in a Jurassic Park 4, where you have the proper theme park version of it, where you get to see pretty much everything I would quote. I mean, at least if you went there, you would see a T-Rex, you would see a raptor, you would see the big elements that you kind of want to see. There was the SeaWorld kind of element to it with a massive croc that comes up. What may add, a lot of people don't even realize this, because Steven Spielberg, who made Jurassic Park, that was a cheeky wink to Jaws, that when the crocodile came up and then stole the shark, that was a cheeky wink to Jaws, because he quoted in that movie that Jaws is the biggest shark, the biggest animal that lived, because the way it destroyed. And obviously in Jurassic Park they had that massive croc, and it ate the biggest thing that he quoted in that movie. I like that cheeky wink.
I was wondering where you were going with that then. I was like, actually that's quite cool, he's eating the shark that was in Jaws. Yeah, I got that. That's good.
Yeah, it was a cheeky wink on his side. It came out very early towards the movie, where I think it showed in the trailers, and he had to come out. People noticed it very, very straight away, and obviously every review of it went, "Hey, is this a cheeky wink to Jaws?" And he was like, "Yeah, it is."
Yeah. Giggling to himself.
It's a nice little Easter egg. I love Easter eggs in movies, especially when they're like that. There's that much of like a, all right, buddy, that looks good. It was a nice one to me, because Jaws is such a classic. For him to homage to back to that one, it was well done, pal. Nice play.
Jaws still scares the crap out of me today.
Exactly.
It's like, even though most of it I can sit through fine, but there's the bit where the boy gets eaten at the start. That still disturbs me. It's like, oh fuck. So I hate it when kids get bloody eaten or tortured and shit like that. If they're feeling pain, then I don't like it. But
no, I can see that. I can see that.
I don't know. It's like, oh, dude, no.
But on on the hypothetical question of which one we visit, I would be definitely on number 4, just because when me and you watched it, Dan, me and you watched the movie around the same time, to be quite honest, we both noticed a huge flaw in the movie. That wouldn't occur in real life. Health and safety, as we all know, is a pain in the ass, but yet in these kind of scenarios, there'd be 5 times more standards lobbed into it. And that was when the pterodactyls came over, they flew into the park way too easy, knowing in the start of the movie they did quotate each and every dino had a tag, and if they crossed fences or destroyed fences, they would get electrocuted because there was that bracket.
Or was that for the perimeter of the entire park itself, rather than... Because that was still within the park, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I think they quotated that it was like when they go fences, because they had the tags, they could terminate them.
Oh, right. I don't know.
That's what I had, anyways. But again, you could be right that it would have been the perimeter of the park itself. Well, it would have been the perimeter of the island.
Yeah, it could. I'm pretty sure it was the island, because if they go past, I don't know. Well, because was it a defense for it to stop going into the real world rather than and off the island, or was it? Yeah, so good. I'd have to watch that again and see what. Yeah,
that's very true. Now you got me thinking. I genuinely thought they were going on the bracket of the actual proper walls. But no, it could have actually been the thing. But again, in a real scenario, I would assume they would have been the walls, literally for them to not attack humans, because human it was meant to be saved, not dino in this bracket, because they've already been killed once. Yeah. So they would obviously look towards humanity before that bracket. Yeah.
Oh, I love that bit in the film when they're coming down. It's got the air raid sirens coming. Like, I was like, oh, this shit's going down.
But in a real scenario, that kind of won't happen unless there was a huge cock up. And to me, there would be so many points to get to that stage. I'm convinced I would have been gone off the island. Yeah. So
I wonder if they hired anyone to activate the air raid siren. He just sits there all day looking out for what the flying one's called again? Pterodactyls. He just sits there looking for pterodactyls. A bit like what's the guy name of the guy that stands in the bloody crow's nest in Rogue One and A New Hope with the bloody speed camera thing. Just sits there like, no pterodactyls today. Oh shit, there's one.
I just got a funny feeling, Dan. It's just a big red button.
I just like the idea of someone there with the old-fashioned ones with the lever on it, the crank on it. Just going.
That would be a lot more fun. Yeah. But it'd be as slow as when the Titanic got hit with the iceberg. Yeah. Iceberg ahead. Shit!
You had one job.
But in my case, I would go to number 4. You said you'd go to number 1, would you?
I would indeed. Yeah. I don't know. It's just got the feel for it.
To me, the only reason why you go to number 1 would be due to that opening segment where they go through. I've forgotten her name now. She's looking at a leaf. She goes, "Oh my god, this leaf has been here for years. I've never seen this leaf before." And next thing, he's looking at the dinosaurs moving in the background, and then he just turns ahead and just goes, "Yeah, they're moving. It hurts." And I'm like. Possibly the best part of that movie. I mean, to me, anyways. There's a lot of other elements to the movie I loved, but that to me was like an opening, like wow. Yeah. It's cool. I watched stuff. That's going to really show my age. I watched that film in the cinema when I was a lot younger, and I just remember I remember being on my dad as if I was a hat. I genuinely, I just remember crawling and curdling into the corner going, I want to go now. Take me away from this movie.
Yeah. I did that during Casper. I was scared of that film when I went to see it in the cinema. Casper the movie in it?
No way, Dan.
Yeah, when I was in the cinema watching that, I think it's when Stretch, he goes right up to the camera, and I was shit. I shit a brick. I was about to ask my mother. I was like, "Can we go back to the car now, please?" But then I swallowed my. I was like, "Okay, I'm all right. I'm okay." I was all right for the rest of the film then. That's a scary film.
Eddie, you're off your head. Anyways, let's going off that segment. Guys, if you want to have any more hypothetical questions, me and Dan do one each and every single day on our Twitter channel as the DPcasters. It's at DPcasters, capital D, capital P, capital C. Now for film news and reviews. Now we got a bit of news, and we got a review of a movie. Me and you just. Oh, we loved it. We just loved it.
Oh, yeah. I've watched it twice. I watched it. Yeah, I watched it with you, and then I watched it the next day again. Love it.
Yeah, to be honest, I need to watch it the second time with Jake because she wants to watch it herself, and it's a movie, such a great movie. We'll talk more about it in a couple of minutes, and the movie we're talking about is Arrival. So we'll keep you in your seat for that one. But firstly, we want to get into news. The news we have at the moment is that if you remember the film called Hook, classic movie.
Hook, where's the hook? Hook, where's the hook? Is that what they say?
No.
What the fuck's that from then?
I don't think so.
Is it?
I'm trying to think of it now. I'm trying to think of the movie. It's got Robin Williams in it. It was the classic Peter Pan.
Oh, yeah.
Was called Hook. If anybody's old enough to remember that movie, you'll realise it was a classic from back in the day. Well, there's a guy who everybody knows in The Lost Boys was called Rufio, who shouted the famous words, "Boomerang." And it spawned off possibly the best Lost Boys version of Peter Pan we've ever seen. It was so, you felt like a child, you make believing stuff up, and it became alive in front of you, and you had to believe. And I was quite shocked. I seen it on our Twitter channel. We were literally following a couple of people, and one of the people placed up, who is a massive fan of his, and that is Assassin's Creed. Is it Assassin's Creed? I'm sure it is. It's one of the guys from the New Day who does Up, Up, Down, Down. Oh, right. And he's a huge fan. He even, at one point, cosplayed as him in one of the massive pay-per-views for WWE. Oh, is it? I can't remember which one it was, and he actually had the hair, he'd done the full colour blue. Oh, and cool. He's a massive fan. Yeah. So this week now, he places up in his Twitch channel that there's a Kickstarter for this movie. So obviously, being a fan of Hook, I had to go and double check it. Yeah. And lo and behold, this year, 2017, the guy himself is made a Kickstarter. He was looking for 30,000. Yeah. He's got 42. He's had over 977 backers. What is amazing. Still 22 days to go. So if you guys want to see this movie, it's a short fan film movie about Rufio before Hook. Yeah. I'm going to be definitely backing this up so I can watch it myself. I think it's an amazing fan film movie that's going to be made. Yeah. To me. So is it a prequel or? No. They're going to be doing a short film like running before the days he became Hook, because naturally before Hook the guy wasn't pretty much known to, as far as I can recollect. Anyways, I'm hoping to be corrected wrong when I watch the short fan film movie. Yeah. And we'll probably do a review about it when we get to watch it. Yeah. But to me, I've watched them be older as well, like all the Lost Boys, because obviously they lost a few of them. Some of them have passed away. Obviously, Tinkerbell was played by
what's the big teeth? What's her name? Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, that's it. Yeah. So without Julia Roberts and Robin Williams, they had all the Lost Boys, and I've seen them as an older generation. I was watching on YouTube not long back. If you want to see that, guys, just search up older versions of the Lost Boys from Hook. Yeah. And it's really, really intriguing how they look right now, and some of them just look exactly the bloody same. I mean, genuinely, they just haven't changed. So and what are they doing? Are they getting the same cast back, or... I don't think. I think it's all about him, dude. I think it's all about that he's going to be creating it. I could be correct. I could be totally wrong in that aspect, but
because he'd be a bit old to do a prequel now, wouldn't he? Because
oh no, it definitely won't be a prequel. It literally, I think it says in the actual his description that it will be a movie going through. So it'll literally sort of like going through the days where he ran up to becoming this character.
So that's a prequel, then, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe I'm just.
Paul, prequel, sequel after, prequel before.
Yeah, me cocking about that. Guys will realise over the podcast, me misinterpreting words that Dan quotates, and me thinking he's saying it wrong, and he's saying it right all along. You'll realise that a lot whilst we're talking. But they've reached their goal. They only had a 30,000 goal. Okay. And they reached it within the first day, if I'm not mistaken. So there's people who want to watch this, massively want to watch this, cool. And it's up to 42 grand now. They're probably going to raise their goal since they got so much more left to do. Yeah. But yeah, guys, if you want to hit that, literally go on to Kickstarter and look for Bangarang, the short fan film movie, and have a look for it. It's really intriguing to me. Yeah. On another note, the Power Ranger movie. This comes out now. I think it comes out in the next couple of weeks. And were you a fan of the original? Or?
I love the Power Rangers when I was little. He was always on GMTV. And I can't remember if he was on before or after, but you had Mr. Motivator. You'd do a bit of exercise with Mr. Motivator, and then you watch a bit of Power Rangers, or the other way around. I can't remember which. So you watch Power Rangers and then do a bit of exercise. And
I loved it. I absolutely loved the Power Rangers. I watched all of the first season, like with the original Power Rangers, so the amount they did. Yeah. I absolutely fucking loved it. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie to you, dude. When they made the original Power Ranger movie with Ivan Ooze, I was all guns blazing for it. I loved it. I think it was... people hate that movie. I loved it.
Me too. I bloody loved it. I went to the cinema to see that when it came out. It was a magic. It was, even though they had different actors for some of them. Yeah, I loved that film.
Which ones did they have different actors for again?
I think the Red Ranger was different, and the Black Ranger maybe. No, it wasn't the Black Ranger. There was a different Black Ranger. I think what you might be. I think the red and the black were the exact same, but the yellow might have been because she. I don't know if it was before or after it. She came into a massive car accident and passed away. Oh yeah, I know. Kimberly and Billy were the same. The Pink and Blue Ranger, they were the same.
And Jason
and Tommy as well. And Tommy as well.
Yeah,
the White Ranger or Green Ranger, whatever.
Yeah, the White Ranger. That's Jason Frank.
Yeah. He was the same. I know there was definitely a couple of other different ones. I'm pretty sure the Black Ranger was one of them. I'm sure he was. He had a kind of Mexican look to him. Can't remember. I
need to go back to the movie and watch it again. I haven't watched the movie in years, but it always holds up to me. Again, it's one of the movies that is like watching E.T. or Batteries Not Included or Flight of the Navigator. It's an old classic. I love watching. It's a classic one. Freaking me giving the cheeky wig that Dan's only just recently watched two of their movies I just quoted.
Well, the Batteries Not Included, that was amazing. And the reason why I didn't watch it because I thought it was a porno. So the title, Batteries Not Included. I don't want a film about dildos.
Anyways, back to the freaking Power Ranger movie. Do you like the new look of the way they built it?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I just don't know. It's an odd one because I think I will watch it because they've kind of gone a more mature look about it. Really, it's kind of a bit darker, more of a serious tone to it. Whereas the originals were like wow, hiya, that kind of thing. Whereas this one seems like we found a cave. It has stones in it. Who's that? Zordon.
It does feel more like it built in more like Pacific Rim, not like the old school Power Ranger. Yeah. But okay, there's two aspects to it, all right? Is that to me the famous quote, if it isn't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah,
that might come into very much the limelight when this movie flops.
But it's the case these days. Remakes and fucking reboots everywhere. So
yeah. To me, they didn't need to do... they could have jazzed up the normal suits, but not made them alien technology. They could have made the robot, Alpha, as we all know, they could have made that into a robot, not an alien. They've gone really alien-esque with the new Power Rangers, and on top of that as well, they made them into superheroes, when, to me... They were never superheroes out of the suits. They were normal human beings. And when they needed to, clip it on,
it was morphin' time.
Morphin' time got into the suits and they were game on. Yeah. But, sorry, excuse me. Freaking in the movie, this newer movie, anyways, they are superheroes beyond it. Like they got the super jumps, the super strength, and you sort of go in. Maybe they've given them this too much. Beyond the suit than inside the suit. That makes the suit, in my case, wouldn't have been too bad if the suit gave them all that technology. As if, you got them army suits. That I can't remember what they call it. Like a mech suit they are. You shove onto it, it makes yourself run faster. It makes
like
light
I forgot what they're called too. No, cyber or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of like it's like a skeleton structure they shove over you, and actually it helps you lift, it helps you run.
Yeah,
none of the military have them in such a standard.
Oh,
and
they exist, do they?
Yeah, they do exist. Yeah, freaking shockingly enough. I know that Japan have a certain version of it, but I'm sure
I know there was a
military
game called Crisis, something like that. It had like a I can't remember what it's called. It's like a cyber suit thing that enhanced their abilities and stuff. Like you get like a jump really high and shit like that. Super strength.
If I'm not mistaken, there is an element of that with the military. I know Japan have been working on it for years, but the same time as well, like if the alien technology that the Power Rangers are using, that the suits give them that kind of like that super strength, super agility, super everything, like it made the suits feel more alien technology.
Yeah.
But they've kind of made the coins it, and coins have made them as if like anybody holding these coins could have had it, as if it got into the wrong hands. And Power Rangers was never that to me. It was never like sort of if this coin got in the wrong hands, it might go to the other person. I don't want that hesitation there. It was kind of like these rebel people we picked as their teens, and we got them to wherever we needed to. It kind of went on like to me they're going too far off the old school route to really give the old school fans that enjoy the old school element that, hey, we're thinking of you, we love the point that you've been a passionate fan, here we go. And to me it isn't that. The only one who's ever come close to that was when James Van Der Beek was doing a short film. I can't remember the director who played it, but James Van Der Beek was in it as actually playing Rita Repulsa. Was a weird one. Shocking enough. If I can remember correctly, they had a Green Ranger, Black Ranger, and they made them really dark. They were so dark. Only a short movie it is, like a short film movie.
I think I've seen that one. Didn't the Power Ranger get killed off or something?
Yeah, they kill them all off. And near the very end, they've got the Pink Ranger in front of her. Yeah. And the Pink, she ends. Was it she turns into Rita, or does he? I can't remember. I know he's got like.
I remember when it came out though. There was a rage going. Not rage. There was everyone was watching that. It was amazing.
Yeah,
if they'd done a mature Power Rangers like that would be cool.
I'd be all game for that, dude. Because I'm not gonna lie, he built. Do you know what he did? He made the old suits relevant to the new modern style, where he made them look jacked, he made them look good, he made them as if like, oh look, he's giving the cheeky wink to the old school, but yet giving it that nice. Like, there was not a massive jump in between it. And that worked for me. That worked phenomenally for me. But he said he done it for a laugh. And it worked well. He goes, thank you.
It's beautiful. And it had, what's the name? Star Jump, or I've forgotten the name, from Battlestar Galactica in it.
That's it. She was playing the Pink Ranger.
That's the one, yeah.
And then, cool. Now thinking of it, I think she turned into Rita Repulsa because she died. She died in the vehicle in the short film, short film, and literally at the very end, the Green Ranger comes in whilst Rita is just basically vaporizing everybody. Yeah, to me, dude, that they couldn't have done it any better than that. And this movie, to me, can't get close to a fan film movie because that one became close to what we originally loved and wanted to see a bit more grim to it. Where this has gone very child-friendly, but put alien technology with it. And as I said, it feels sometimes, in my bracket anyways, some people would like this. It's gone too Pacific Rim, where they've got their own brand.
I love Pacific Rim.
Why go down that route?
Did you like Pacific Rim?
I enjoy Pacific Rim. And they're making Pacific Rim 2. I don't know if you know that.
I thought that got axed.
No, it's still. I could be mistaken wrong. I heard it only recently. Number 2 is still getting made.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that he wanted to do it, but
could be a different cast. I'm sure. I can't remember how long back I heard it. It wasn't that far back that I was watching a video and they were looking into making number 2 again.
Oh, yeah, it is on IMDb. Pacific Rim Uprising. Yeah, you're quite right. Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah, that's right. You're quite right. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Well, I'm literally tempted to boycott the Power Ranger movie in cinema and watch it on Blu-ray. And the same time is, I think I might do that because I might enjoy it more watching it at home, only because I'm already not excited to watch it in cinema because I feel like it's going to ruin my childhood.
Definitely. It's not one of those films I would go out my way to go and see in the cinema, you know. So, Yeah.
Well, I think it's one of them brackets, Dan, is that if I get enough people to tell me it's rubbish, I might watch it just to see how bad it is and then enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of them kind of nutshells with me.
Yeah.
Because it's the same with Suicide Squad. As I said, I didn't love it, but it was okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind coming out of a movie saying it's okay, still having a bit of criticism about it. As much as I had the Ghostbusters, you hated Ghostbusters, but still.
Don't get me started on Ghostbusters again.
Done that podcast, the episode 1. But we I don't know. I'm just hoping
there's some good things about it. It's got Elizabeth Banks playing Rita Repulsa, which I think I think she'd be good at that. She's good at playing these eccentric characters and stuff, so I think she'd be good. And Bryan Cranston as well as Zordon.
Yeah, no, hey, Dan, I'm not, the character, the people they got for the characters, I can't differ. I genuinely can't, Dan. They're good.
Yeah. But then again, are they bringing these big actors in to try and sell it? Because it's not the first time Bryan Cranston's been in something just to make it to sell tickets and stuff like that. You're like Godzilla. Bryan Cranston's in it. It's going to be awesome. And it turns out it's a terrible fucking film. Yeah.
There's the cherry on top of the shit put in.
But to be fair, it's not Bryan Cranston's fault that film was terrible. It was just a shit film all around. So, in my humble opinion,
I'm hoping it isn't that ballgame. To be honest, the last 2 trailers that come out, they've looked okay. I'm not a fan of Goldar. Anybody remembers the old school one? Goldar was a blue lion with a gold armor. They're making this one in there as if like he's a super weapon, to be quite honest. And Rita's got to go around collecting gold. To me, it doesn't work. It might work in movie if when I do watch it and I go, oh, okay, that's how they're doing it. To me, it just doesn't feel like the old school. And maybe because I'm a fan of the old school, I can't eliminate that bracket from me watching this movie.
I say by all means, put your own twist to stuff like that. But at the same time, don't change it too much. It's like, well, you're going to piss off some old fans then, exactly. Unless it's a really good shit hot idea, then. But it doesn't sound too. Sounds a bit flimsy at the moment, doesn't it?
It does. Well, I could talk about this for hours, but we need to get on with the podcast. And one thing that me and you want to talk about more than goddamn anything.
Oh yeah.
Is what we watched this week.
Oh yeah.
And this week, me and you Dan watched.
That's 9. Wait, is that not what you were talking about?
We're meant to keep that one a secret.
Oh shit! What were you talking about?
We're not talking about Whore Hospital. No. We literally
are talking about.
We're talking about Arrival.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah. What? Yeah.
Possibly. The best movie I've watched at least 2017.
Oh, I love that. But to be fair, it's only February.
Yep. Yeah. Well, as I said, I'm giving it enough play that it's going to end up getting beaten.
Yeah. Arrival was an outstanding film. I gotta say, we watched it together, and it was brilliant. It was just the atmosphere to it. It had the whole suspense. Like, you don't see the alien ship or the shell, whatever it is. First, it's a law of description. Something's landed, and it just keeps you in suspense of what's going on. Even though we know because we've seen the trailer. But
theoretically, like, they actually give you the answer to the movie in the beginning.
They do. Like, I tell you because I watched it twice, didn't I? First time watching it, is that you're taking all the info in and all that, and you're just seeing how it goes. It's being fed to you. But watching it again, knowing what's going to happen, the clues are all the way through the film. Because I won't spoil it, but there's a major twist at the end, which I guessed before the end. I will give you props to that one, dude. Yeah, I made a shot in the dark, and then I thought, let's see where that goes, see if I hit anything. Yeah. I did. But anyway, going into it the second time, the clue is all the way through it. From the first line that is mentioned in the film, it tells you.
Because the movie kind of describes the ending.
Pretty much.
Like I know obviously like a movie's meant to do that, but like in most movies like sort of build up to an ending that you've got, I didn't see that. Yeah. This one is actually the concept of the movie kind of gives you the beginning of it's really hard to describe it without really spoiling everything.
One of the things I liked about the film, it's not your regular alien film. It focuses more on if aliens did land, how the fuck would we communicate with them?
Yeah,
because they speak their own language. That's what the whole film is pretty much about, because they're meeting up with these aliens, every certain amount of time, and trying to teach them how we communicate, and we're trying to learn how they communicate. So it's like kind of meeting halfway, trying to see if we can communicate with them. And the outcome of it all and the conclusion to it is amazing.
I agree with you, dude. I can't agree with you anymore. I can't even add much words to it because your description of it is on the fucking nail.
Yeah, I lost words.
I mean, it is a very good movie. Like the way they take months to describe, to transcript what they're quotating so they can talk back to them. What is a main element of the movie that then constructs the end to it very well is... Like, that would be a real-world scenario if that ever did occur. Yeah. I mean, the way the ships come down, they come down in national elements of the world. In the movie, it reacts the way the world would. Yeah. It reacts the way we would look at it. And it reacts the way that people being retardedly stupid towards the most logical elements. Yeah.
Humans are bloody stupid. And the freaky thing is, people would behave like that if... aliens were to land. It's like they're in the middle of trying to communicate with the aliens. Things are going quite peachy and calm. Whereas in the real world, people are looting, rioting, and all this shit. It's like, just calm the fuck down. You know, it's like nothing's happened. Nothing has been leaked to say that they're vicious yet. You know, not that they do become vicious, but I don't know. Watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Like to me, like there's nothing endangerment to that stage when they're looting. Like nothing has come down, like nothing has occurred. Like you look at War of the Worlds, right? Let's take that as an element, because they're two different movies, yet have an alien element that is in a modern day kind of look to it. And you take War of the Worlds, it happens, and you shit your keg straight from the part. They destroying the world. They're eliminating people. They're feeding on their blood so they can naturally take so they can last longer. To be quite honest, they were taking. I don't know what the hell they were taking. They didn't actually describe that well in the newest movie.
No, I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched it, but I can't remember why. I know they're harvesting the humans because they're collecting them in these bloody huge, massive, fleshy basket type things in the pods, tripod thingies. But I can't remember why. So.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it was to keep them very lifelike on Earth, so naturally they could hold our oxygen levels. What ended up killing them near the very end, spoiler. But
if you haven't seen that yet, I'm sure
atmosphere, anyways. Right. And like our atmosphere ended up killing them, and it's only because they couldn't get the concept of our way we lived. Firstly, couldn't even get Mushabi enough of us to basically live for the duration, because after Mushabi would have killed us if they lasted long enough. They would have died anyway, so they were in a lost world there. You know, they killed us all, thinking they could survive longer, and still died at the very end of it. There was no goal at the very end for themselves. If you look at that movie, the older version and the newer version, to be honest. But as the newer version to then Arrival, you got two brackets here where one came down to destroy, one came down and somewhat didn't do nothing, yet two brackets still had the same concept of people
looting. You can't really talk about it without spoiling it, can you?
No, you really can't.
I tell you what,
Arrival is
I got an idea. I got an idea. We'll put a to be continue on the Arrival thing. Tell our listeners, go and watch Arrival, and next week we'll do a spoiler fest of Arrival. Yeah,
we'll do maybe an extra podcast, or in best, we'll lob it in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll give you enough time, because it's only just coming out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So we'll give you enough time in the next 2 or 3 weeks now to go and watch it. And me and Dan will record a spoiler cast now in the next week or two, and we'll place it up when we feel is necessary to. Yeah. And keep an eye out for it, guys. Genuine. Or keep an eye on our Twitter channel. That is at DPcasters, capital D, capital P, capital C. And we give all the news on that. We give all film reviews, film news, everything of that caliber. So if you want to know anything that is coming up with us, go on that channel, follow us, and we'll give you everything you need to know in that bracket. Anyways, Dan, that's the end of our show.
Really? Oh.
It's come around that fast.
Bloody hell, another 40 minutes has gone by. Oh.
Yeah.
How sad.
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyways, guys, it's been nice talking to you again, and we will catch your ass on the road.
Yeah. Tatty buys.